Behold the masses of French cav. What is up, Kingsman? Welcome back to the battlefield. Today, we have a Netherlands 1 map, and we have a French Corps that is advancing just straight down the center. And if you love French cav, let me tell you, this is the battle to be at. This is the battle to be flying over, observing, getting down in the nitty-gritty. Horses covered in sweat. You have, thunder of hooves. And man, they brought a lot of cav today. You have Murat up here in the front, as you can see. And he has quite a lot of lights and dragoons. I don't know if he actually... he brought the Garde du Corps. Garde du Corps. My apologies. Very nice looking. And some cuirassiers as well. Man, he brought just carabiniers. He brought the 3 types of heavies I feel like that you can have. And then, of course, he brought some dragoons, hussars, that sort. But let's look at the other French players that are going to be following it up with him. You have a 10-point Eugen, which, holy crap, is that just a lot more cav? That's a lot of cavalry. Now, it's small units, but a lot of them. Wow. This is a lot of cav. I told you a lot of cav. Oh, we may actually have a cav engagement here with Russia. Maybe. Yeah, no, he's going to run away. Horse artillery actually going to push up here. These poor guys running as fast as they can. But, now what I was saying is there's a Eugen, Murat, there's a Ney, and then a Juno. Juno? I don't know. Juno, I think is how you say it. And this is, of course, Westphalian troops, which you don't see it very often, but what you do, you're always like, man, where did the true Westphalia go? And it looks like I did miss that cav engagement. I think France really wanted to get that horse artillery. He dared to do. And, well, did not work out too well for him. Those Gassaris of Russia managed to push him back. Horse artillery, even a general nearby. More Russian cav pushing forward. Holy smokes, that's a lot of cavalry. Did both sides bring a lot of cav? Looks like a lot of dragoons. Yeah, that's at least 4 dragoons. Now, I don't know how many Russian players there are, and if they're all Russia. I think they're actually all Russia. Alright, well, that means that there could be a cav corps for Russia as well as infantry. And, of course, we are seeing quite a bit of Russian cav now pushing forward here. I'm trying not to make a Russian joke, a Russian pun. But it does look like these hussars are going to chase off the lancers. We may have some clashes with the cavalry. You can see actually Murat pushing his cavalry back. He does not want to lose his cav so early on. And it does look like Russia was trying to push some hussars up. He is chasing Murat. Of course, Murat has dragoons, carabiniers, more dragoons, plus Ney is pushing up a lot of light cavalry. We are going to probably have a lot of cav play, at least in the very beginning here. Very, very important in my opinion. Like cavalry play in general, there is a certain flow of the battle with cavalry engagements. There's like a chart. It's basically how the best way to describe this. You basically make shows of force. Like, quite literally, you will try to intimidate the enemy to back off, and if you can get just close enough and they're backing off, you can get a back charge. You can, have your light cav in perfect places. You can, charge something forward. They'll counter charge if you pull them back and hit them from the flank with another, light cav unit, then charge them with that dragoon that they were chasing down. It just has this nice wavy flow. If you've ever seen, and hopefully we'll see a lot of competent cav play, you will see kind of this ebb and flow of just cavalry moving back and forth. It is a beautiful thing. Now, I think we have some Russian cav. Yeah, we have Cossack Lancers way in the back here. Unfortunately, they did get spotted. But France doesn't have anything really. I mean, yeah, they don't have anything that's gonna, they're gonna deal with that Lancer unit. Unfortunately. Now, Russia, I do see a lot of Russian cavalry already, or Russian artillery already starting to prep, starting to fire. They are aiming for the poor Saxon Garde du Corps. What did these guys ever do? They haven't done anything yet, but, Russia's anticipating a real big move. And they are pushing up here. Now we do... Okay, I thought I saw skirmishers. The artillery actually is missing. These guys... Oh! We may... Yeah, well, we know what's happening here. That Cossack Lancer getting engaged. We do have Russian cav... Yeah, here we go, guys. The ebb and flow. Cuirassiers charging against some Dragoons of Russia who are falling back now. They could throw forward some more... Oh, wow. They're actually totally falling back. Like I said, guys, it's all about intimidation. All about making yourself look scarier. And now you can see France is not going to want to commit too much here. Although France now falling back as Russia's pushing some Dragoons through the town. But it's just intimidation, guys. It's just literally intimidation. There's so much cav here. This is amazing. More cav now going to throw themselves forward. They're going to charge. It's just intimidation tactics still. Now, the one thing that France has going for them, now see, they're starting to run back. They have so much heavy cav. However, it is sad to see so much heavy cav going against cavalry instead of going against infantry of Russia. Oh no, they are running into a trap though. They're going to go straight at the artillery. But we do have our first engagement. Oh, it's going to be a juicy, massive cav engagement. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Cuirassiers, so there's so much happening here. Flanking charges coming. You see Russia's actually pushing up some cavalry. Russia, though, starting to break as France is starting to push it. Holy smokes, guys. Russia is not doing well. France definitely wanted to commit to this fight, and oh, man. Russia is breaking as France had a huge flank here using Ney's light cav, Chasseur Cheval. And Russia is back charging their own cavalry. I don't see this going well. However, they are winning on this right flank, so not totally going well. In fact, these Cuirassiers and Carabineers are in danger of just getting mass routed here. You see Russian infantry now making their way onto the field here. France actually is in trouble. His heavies need to get out of there. He may have to sacrifice one to pull the other out. Because Russia, oh, there's a general, Murat's here, but oh, Russia's just boxing in these poor heavies. You see he's even chasing down here, chasing in some Dragoons against Dragoons of France. France definitely looking to maybe lose their heavies in a glorious, massive cav engagement here. Now, there's still some cavalry on this other side. Russia lost big, although a lot of their units actually seem to have come back. Oh no, Murat! No, get him out of there! He came too close to the danger, and it is going to be, actually, Russia's coming out on top, guys. Russia definitely coming out on top. Now, France is going to have to be very cautious. There's Russian infantry now making their way onto the field here. Oh, wow. There may actually have been an exchange here. Now you can see Russia is running down these Cuirassiers, Carabineers. Russia did have some mass routes here, but oh, there's even more. Oh, heavies? Russian heavies now make their appearance. They weren't on the field before. Oh, man, this is turning to be a bit of a disaster early on for Murat. Definitely a bit of a disaster, and Russia has plenty of artillery. I do believe they lost one of their guns somewhere in this field of dead horses and men. Gosh, one of the biggest cav engagements I've seen for quite some time. And unfortunately, Murat lost some of their bigger cav units. A lot of Murat's cavalry did die. Almost all of it, actually. And Russia still has cav. So, you know, now you're hearing the roll of the roll of drums. You have the infantry now advancing. And yes, this field, oh man, that's a lot of dead horses and men. That's a couple hundred, at least in all of this engagement. So a couple hundred cav units just dead immediately. And Russia definitely has not budged, guys. They had this line before, and now infantry is here. If it was a cav clash that did nothing. I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of cav broke and died. But it didn't do a whole lot for either side. Now, thankfully, Murat did not die here. But, man, the carnage. I love it. I love it. I know. talk about like slaying horses and men, but I love it, you know. We have some Russian light infantry now pushing forward here. You do have some French horse artillery that's going to start setting up here as well. They're going to try to force back the Russian advance because Russia is definitely closer with their infantry. I think, and maybe this may have bought time on both sides, I think they were trying to stop Russia from being able to push too aggressively, but unfortunately it did not work. It worked out well for them. Murat got impetuous. I don't know if he actually was like that in reality, in real life. Was, you know, it makes me wonder, was Murat like that where you just do mad cav charges? Ooh, we may actually have another engagement here. We are going to have another engagement. Some Chevaliers being charged by the Russian Dragoons. Now, they're filing almost single-handedly, single file down here, but they seem to be actually winning. And another engagement here. Russia is trying to pressure this side. Now, Junot has some Guard Chevaliers. Oh, look at these Lancers. Russia did take the first W here, but their Dragoons are going to get flanked by Hussars, and then the Lancers can charge in and finish the job. Although they're not going to get they're not going to get a charge bonus here for sure. But here we go. Here comes the French infantry. Wait, I hear, oh my gosh, no. Nay, or the artillery is dead. Oh, come on, don't sacrifice Nay. And the oh my gosh. They lost Nay. They lost Nay. There he is, face down in the dirt. Slain. All of his staff dead with him. That is hugely unfortunate. Rip Ney. May he rest in peace. His men will carry on the fight. Russia looks like they're just harassing the French advance here. We do have a Russian line set up, though, in the same place they were before. They don't seem to be really super interested in advancing too much more. They are advancing into the town. They have taken the town. Man, France has got their work cut out for them. Let me tell you guys, they are going to not have an easy fight here. But you know what? That makes the battle so much sweeter if they do win. You know, they took a huge loss. They lost a general. Ney lost their general. They lost their heavy cav. Murat got basically wiped out of the field. There's 3 armies for France. Now, I don't know how much of Russia was a cav corps and how much of their cav they lost. But I feel like France they are fighting an uphill battle now. They are definitely going to be the underdogs right now. But they will fight on. They will fight. Their infantry have not even engaged yet. This is just the beginning. Nothing is going to stop these guys. Or is it? I like nice infantry. We got some some Jaegers, some skirmishers maybe. Oh, they got some light guard units that are going to start advancing into the town. It does definitely look like France is going to advance. Yep, Russia has pushed up a forward defensive line now. There is a potential for France to capitalize on this. You see, Russia has kind of this like bulge right here by the town where they have not pushed up this forward line. So France can actually push in on the flank. Now Russia, I do believe, they have artillery here. You see some skirmishers already starting to fire, opening up. France has yet to advance their trilliers. They're still trying to get themselves into position. But here comes the assault, the first wave from France. And you can see Russia putting in those volleys. Already dropping a couple Frenchmen. And now France gets their turn. Give them a whiff of it. Oh, yeah. That had to be execution. Oh, cavalry now. Murat is not off the field yet. And now he is charging in against some skirmishers. And he can go for artillery. There's no cav defending this Russian artillery piece. Wow, I'm really surprised. Russia had nothing. Russia was not defending this at all. And look at this weakened area now that Russia has. I mean, France can just hammer right into this weak spot. Who knows, maybe these guys have a square formed. They do not. Oh, they're going to charge this forward line. They're going to start breaking the front line of Russia. Already, things seem to be going very well for this French assault. Russia's doing a disservice. They are not pushing for it now. They do have reserves pushing up. But, you know, it's going to be a minute before they get those reserves up in Russia. Oh, man, they are going to get obliterated by this first French assault. They are running back into the town here, setting up a second defensive line. Is this a general? No, it's just some dragoons. But, yeah, Westphalia, they are going to be pushing up on this other flank. Artillery set up for Russia, but in the town, boy, France is taking a beating. They are taking a beating. They are totally being forced back. This one brave Russian regiment is now standing. They're the only thing standing between the French and advancing into the town itself. It's been fighting around the outskirts, which honestly only lasted a couple minutes. So France is very successful in their first push. Honestly, Russia would probably do best to fall back and use this LOC as part of their defensive line. They can take a bayonet charge better than some coalition armies can. Now, we do have a French push by this forest, by Yuzhin. Russia has not really reacted too much. I don't know if they're in the forest here or not, but they don't seem to be reacting too much to this yet. Maybe they are now. Russia has reformed their lines just a little bit here. Oh, this LOC. Is this LOC not been taken? What madness is this? Why has no one gotten in this LOC? Why hasn't France gotten in this LOC? Maybe, wait, no one's gotten in this one either. Maybe they're agreeing not to because of how it bugs out the battle. Interesting thing to do. This artillery is going to start making short work of this poor Russian unit. And they are going to fall back before they die. Oh man, they took heavy losses. Yikes. Ooh, that artillery missed. They took some heavy losses there, this Russian unit. There we go, though. We got another fight happening here on this flank. France, they're duking it out. Oh, wait. Is this Russia? Holy cow, Russia got the flank. They did have a unit in here, and that could definitely change the course of this battle. Oh, we have a cav charge as well. Beautifully executed, smacking right into this unit. Now maybe Russia's going to push forward some grenadiers, maybe. Oh, that's not, uh-oh. Oh, no. Russia's going to lose their general to a lightning bolt chevalier charge through the forest. Oh, man, that's going to hamper a bit of this Russian attack. But we do have a bayonet charge, I'm assuming. Yep. And the Russian general dies. More dragoons. Look at this, though. The wavering already. Russia kind of... they went in with 2 units here. Now it's a nice back charge to save the line. They should be fine there. Oh, man. This poor square is going to get obliterated. But France is saving that back charge, saving this line here. This is turning into a bit of a mess, though. And Russia actually is closing in. Oh, Russia needs to fall back. If they want to save this flank from total mass rout and lose, they're going to lose this battle if they don't. They got to retreat right now. They got to pull back. Oh, France is going to easily wipe this Russian army. We do have a huge push here by Russia against France. These poor Trilliers are going to get butchered. In the town, you can see just a slow and steady fight here. Russia, I mean, they've pushed out. Okay, here we go. Thank goodness. They are falling back before they've lost the majority of their army. France should have been following that up immediately. They could rout this flank, and that would actually save them the battle. If I was Russia right now, I'd be pushing Cav over to this side. But it looks like Russia actually is trying to engage on this flank here. They have Cav behind the lines, maybe going for a general.
Our men are running.
But you can see Yuzhin actually is safe, and he's inspiring his Chevaliers to actually win this, although, oh man, they are not totally winning this. There's so much, like, Cav just randomly behind the lines. It's kind of weird. France is falling back, interestingly enough. Oh, we have a huge Russian push. Oh, man, this is not looking good. The counter-charge begins. Cavalry, infantry coordinating beautifully together. Russia has made their attack. And oh my gosh, look at the mass rout that is starting to be triggered by Russia. They need a general to inspire their men, but still, that was some of the best timed bayonet charges Russia made. They did not get volleyed in the face at all. Cavalry back behind the French lines. France is in trouble. They need to start winning on this other flank. They need to start winning this left side because their center is just starting to break. The cavalry charging in behind the French. Oh no. And just like that, Ney, and remember guys, they don't have their general. And Russia is just rolling over their cavalry. There's so much Russian cav in the rear. Russia now charging in on the side. They're just mass routing Ney bit by bit. Ney needs to pull back. Ney needs to, like, form up with their ally. They cannot afford to lose their 11-pointer. He is literally it. Now you see there is a general coming over to try to inspire France to hold, but he needs to watch out he doesn't break because the Russian cav is just rolling all over. It seems like this Murat loss may have actually hurt them. They don't have cav to defend against the Russian cav. Oh, here things still seem to be going okay. Russia is not really seeming to make much of a dent on France. Maybe chopping up just a little bit. But Russia just carved a big chunk out of the French center. Where are these guys going? Alright, so here's how things stand, guys. Russian cav still wreaking havoc on the French line. And now the 7-pointer is getting pushed by Russia at the same time that the flank is getting rolled up. We do have an LOC being garrisoned as France is beginning to make a defense for this town. A desperate defense, might I add, for this town. Man, France needs a miracle. It was going so well. What happened? I mean, we know what happened, obviously. This attack here just went so well. Now France needs to make a win without taking heavy losses here. That's what needs to happen now. Ney needs to make a huge decisive win against Russia. That's the only way to save this. Actually, Yuzhin is pushing up here, starting to try to put some pressure on the Russian flank that is pushing out. But here goes Russia once again. Man, they're gonna... Oh, nice square formed. I'm surprised Russia didn't try bayonet charging at the same time, but still, this 7-point, oh my gosh. One disaster after another seems to be striking this French army. Come on, Yuzhin, make a move. Oh man, the Cav is even attacking them. Yuzhin is hitting Dragoons once again. It's not like they're able to really do a whole. Now they did push. He needs to be way more aggressive with this left wing. I mean, he's probably in two places, so quite honestly, doing the best probably he can with being on two sides of the battlefield at once. You can see, oh man, France, they are now in one last desperate defense here. Look at the masses of Russians. Still haven't been engaged now, pushing over to help on this side. France does seem to be winning a little bit over here, but it's not super decisive yet. But it does seem to be starting to get that way. They are starting to roll over. Yuzhin is still a force to be reckoned with, guys. Still there, still strong. And guess what? His infantry, I think, actually managed to save maybe... Oh. Another... Man, how many French generals have been killed here? Seriously. There is so many generals who have been killed on this field. It is shocking. Come on, Yuzhin, make a win here. You guys can still consolidate your armies together. Juno is still alive.
Our men are running, sir.
France actually has managed to still hold on to this LOC. France looks to maybe trying to get an edge because here comes Russia hot in pursuit of Westphalia and France. So Yuzhin is now going to have to, you know, make some counterattacks. Still attacking over here. I'm kind of worried he's sending majority of his army over here to deal with 2 Russian units when he should be consolidating them in this assault for the town.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
They finally did take this LOC. But at least there's one bright lining here, a silver lining here, guys. France is together again. And there's no Russian cav behind them, although Russia looks to be trying to sneak themselves along the side here. Maybe. But I see a lot of Russian troops left. And heavies. There's some Russian heavies and artillery. Now France is starting to roll through this flank of this town. Russia now forming up on the left flank here. They set up their horse artillery, probably going to start trying to force back this cavalry that Russia has. France is quite strong still, guys. France can still take this. This is not over by any stretch of the imagination. We have France even going for this LOC. I'm surprised Russia did not take it. Like, it's shocking. Russia did not take LOCs one bit unless the French took them first. They would have been in this LOC. They would have been able to defend their flank. And now I guarantee you they're going to attack it. Oh, Eugene. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Another heavy? Man, I would be disgusted if I was France and I saw yet another heavy cav unit coming in. Now let's see if they can get any shots off. Nope. Oh no, Eugene. Oh, Eugene, you lost. They're losing big. Oh no, and Russia's coming back. Ah, man. This is not looking good anymore, guys. This is not looking good. And Russia's pushing massive infantry onto this flank. Oh no. And I guess I should, before I said they're wasting units trying to attack 2 units, I know it was a lot more of an army. They obviously were pushing them out for a reason. They were trying to engage the Russians, who were probably going to try to come back. Unfortunately, Russia seems to have done a reverse Uno on them. And now they are the ones, France is now the one defending themselves. Now he is maybe going to kill this cav against this square. I'm surprised France has not, or Russia has not pulled their cav. Oh my gosh, that's a waste of heavy cav unit. They could have gone in and rolled against some of the units in the town or something. Still, I see Westphalian troops breaking, coming close to breaking. Talk about a desperate struggle here. Okay, Eugene managed to save some of his troops. That's very good. Now you see he's actually... Did I say Juno? I meant Eugene. He's pushing far left side to defend against the Russian... Whoa. That forehouse. Protecting these French troops. But Westphalia not holding too well.
Our men are running, sir.
Russia has the forces. I'm surprised they haven't tried pressuring this flank especially. Oh, they got grenadiers, guys, for days. Oh, we have a section cleared up so that Russia can get a cav charge off. Can the artillery fire? Oh, they didn't fire in time. And Russia is gonna get a charge off and then start seconding it up with,
our men are running,
well,
sir.
with infantry. Nice volley though. They got a nice volley off, but then they broke. Oh man. Okay, it may be over on this right flank at least. Russia is been rolled back on this left flank. France is actually in the town fighting. Street by street, building by building almost. But this flank is ever pushing, ever breaking the French. I don't know. It could go either way. I feel like Russia's still going to win this one. They have the cav and they have the infantry. France is doing more bayonet charges here. You can see it's starting to break. Some dragoons from Russia, though, starting to help, throwing themselves into the fray in the town. Russia broke the French attack, and now they can start counterattacking Eugene's flank. Alright, this is my prediction. And you can laugh at me in the comments if I was wrong. France is going to lose. Russia's going to win. And the reason I say that is just because this huge flank here on the side Plus, France is already breaking it. This is probably an obvious time to be saying this. I should have tried making a calling earlier, because right now it's very obvious who's going to win, I feel like. Still an amazing battle. My last video I called the Bloodbath of Leipzig. I feel like this is the Bloodbath of the Netherlands. I can't use a thumbnail or a title twice, right? But it's so perfect. I mean, the cav engagement alone was a bloodbath. But then you have this huge just line battle with bayonets. I mean, what anything that you know, the perfect Napoleonic battle has volleys being fired, but then bayonets and cav charging.
Our men are running, sir.
I truly believe that Murat may have been that first initial cav charge where France did not come off very well. I think that may have changed the path of this battle. Oh, and then of course Ney breaking, because if he had his general when Russia pushed out, if he had for one had some cav to charge the Russians and had his general to inspire his men up to mass rout, maybe he would have won. But Russia executed a very well coordinated attack on Ney's left flank. Right there, they were able to charge across the road and just blast them. France wasn't able to get a single volley off point blank into the French. You know, it just didn't work too well for them. There's artillery. What? There's a huge artillery battery that's blasting the French too. Man, they just can't win today, guys. The Netherlands are the Russians. It's for the Russians this time. I'm just going to fast forward to this point because it's just a small little, you know, clash here. Cav is dying to some grenadiers. Love this grenadier uniform, by the way. This is some of the best uniforms, helmets. I say every time I see them. Love it, though. Oh, yeah. Let me just fast forward here. Oh, never mind. We may actually have one last desperate struggle here. And might I add, this was submitted by the French player who lost. So, you know, they know a good game when they see one. And they, you know, even though they lost, I'm assuming, they still submitted it. So, you can respect a player that does that. Using the tree line, it looks like. Yeah, they're dropping fast. How has it come to this? Oh no. Man, look at this last defense, though. You have this Russian line somehow still holding over here. Buildings getting disintegrated. I mean, one last light infantry unit trying to hold. They're breaking. Cavalry now going to appear. Man, France, this is pretty desperate here. Eugene routes. Still alive, though. Will he die too, or will he manage to get off the field in one piece? He's like the only general left alive. Oh, man, they're dropping so fast. How is he going to live? It's him and an aide. He actually will live. But his poor men will not. His poor men are breaking.
Our men are running, sir.
And that is the battle. And let me pull up the actual statistics because I do have them. But man, look at this, guys. Eugene, guys, 209, almost 200 kills, 100 kills with almost all of his other men. Fought very hard, very, very brutal battle. Let me pull up the results real fast here. All right, guys. So here are the results. So we have, on the Russian side, Drusko with 1272 for the kills. Pelou with 414. Man. Light with 1175 and Tony with 1120. On the other side, well, not a terribly amazing amount of kills, but they still put up quite a fight. I'd say you have Verem with 322. Oh man, he got hit pretty hard at the very beginning. I'm assuming he may have been Murat. He was Murat. Didn't get as many kills, but you know, 18 of grandson as Juno. No. Who was he? I can't tell. With 56, sorry, I'm assuming he may have been Ney or Eugene. And then you have Isaac with 843, and then unfortunately Westphalia with 380. So he didn't get a lot of kills either. Definitely got hit pretty hard. But yeah, decisive Russian victory. They definitely capitalized with their heavy cav and infantry coordinated beautifully. Took the cav fight in the beginning. And things went well for them. But yeah, that'll be the battle, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed. That'll be it today. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe. And as always, I'll catch you all in another video.